Hello and welcome to another edition of Behind the Bin, where we take you behind the proverbial trash bin and we break down some of the builds we do here at Puppet Trash. This week we've taken a number of these Amazon flat packs and turned them into an Amazon flat pack snake with retractable tongue. This was actually kind of tricky build. I thought it was gonna be quite simple. I thought, we'd loop up, give it some good snaky bits, things like that. Maybe do some fun stuff, wrapping around the neck, all that other stuff. Ooh, this was quite difficult. They were quite difficult. The kind of inspiration behind this was that I just sort of thought that Amazon flat packs kind of look like scales a little bit. So I thought about maybe like a dragon or something like that. But I didn't necessarily want the puppet to have eyes, because you don't necessarily need eyes to create that focus. You just need to charge it with something. You just need to believe in that idea of it. There's sort of this indication of like where eyes would go, but the nose, the tongue, the intention, the flow, that all kind of adds to a puppet's focus. That was sort of the idea behind this, and I thought a snake. I also thought it would be really easy. I would take a cardboard insert that you put into a new shoe, and that would be a great head because it's kind of got that snaky structure, and I'd wrap it in flat bubble wrappers, and I'd wrap those all around and give it a nice tube-like body to give it that inside. And that wasn't the hard part. The hard part was, hey, it'd be cool if I made his tongue flick out. It was difficult. One of the big problems I ran into was that the tongue would catch on the uneven surfaces that formed in the mouth. So there were a bunch of like ridges, creases, and wrinkles that kept catching the tongue. And so after trying to film for about almost an hour, I got really fed up and said, fine, I'm just gonna throw a piece of paper right on the top there to kind of give it that smooth motion, and it worked. And I was very frustrated, but we persevered. Creative things can be very frustrating, but if you allow yourself to not give up, have your moment to breathe, and then just try something simple, you might come out with a product that you're happy with. And I am happy with this product. So the body is just flat packs, bubble wrap, stuff like that. I actually don't think I can get out of this now. There we go. There we are. Oh, it's very sweaty in there. Here we are with just the head. You're gonna notice a lot going on here because again, I got very, very frustrated with this mechanic. Essentially, there are two folds here. So there's what you would call the upper palate. We'll call it the palate because it's inside a mouth. So we've got an upper palate here and we've got a lower palate here. So it kind of sandwiches this tongue mechanism. I use the term mechanism quite loosely on this one. It's essentially some colored paper wrapped around a stir stick. It's not anything crazy, but it works pretty well. The end goal was to make the tongue do this. It didn't really matter how we got there as long as we made it go. The end goal was this. How we got there didn't matter. We just needed it to go like that. That's it. It's so impressive when you take it out of the head. Giggity, 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 giggity. On the whole, this was a very simple build. It created challenges that were very frustrating and things I didn't think about. A big part of this is having an idea of how that idea will work, doing that idea, and sometimes we get really lucky. Sometimes we don't. That's just part of it, My brother had a great quote that I really loved when I was talking to him the other day. He said, it's not worth it if it doesn't have the challenges. Without the challenges, then you kind of lose a big element to building things like this. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this Behind the Bin. I appreciate you watching. Go check out the short. Go check out some of our other videos. Like and subscribe. We really like having you around. We really like making these videos. We're gonna keep making them whether you're here or not. Love you. Bye.